Good morning, students. Today we are going to see Lesson 2 Synopsis. Textbook page number 9 and 10. Extract from On the Shore to Then the Ship Deserted. First, I would like to read extract. You have to listen very carefully. On the shore of another island, Fritz had knocked down an albatross which was threatening to attack him and found a rag tied to the large bird's leg. Albatross. Albatross means a very large sea bird. Rag. R-A-G. Rag means old piece of old cloth. On the rag was a message that an Englishwoman had been stranded on the smoking rock. Stranded means trapped or dry. Fritz had no idea how old the message was. His father suggested that smoking rock sounded like a reference to volcano. Since there were no volcanoes in the vicinity means the surrounding area, the bird might have come from hundreds of miles away. However, Fritz felt that someone needed his help, and he was determined to do his best to find the sender. Humanity and sensitivity, these human attributes are shown by this line. Before returning home, he had written his own note on the rag, retied it to the albatross legs, and had watched the bird fly off. The note told whoever received it, "Do not despair. Help is near." Fritz then successfully rescued the young woman, Jenny Montrose. Though she shy at first, soon she got used to living with the Robinson family. One day they saw a ship which had laid anchor. The encampment had been set up on one of the smaller islands. Encampment means a place where camp is set up. After checking the people through their spyglass means a small telescope used by sailors. Spyglass is a compound word. Fritz and his father decided to announce themselves after they had returned home and cleaned it up. They did not want the crew to think they were savages. Crew means a group of people who work on and operate a ship, boat, aircraft, airspace or spacecraft or train. Savages means workers. The next day, Fritz and his father met the captain and told him their own history as well as Jenny's. To everyone's surprise, everyone is here for the passengers or the people those were in the crew. It had been Jenny's father who had inspired the captain's search. He believed his daughter was still alive after 3 years. The captain had decided to attempt to find her. To attempt means to try. With a burst of celebration, the family, passengers and crew of the British vessel headed towards New Switzerland. Vessel, a small boat. Everyone was amazed by the prosperity and good health of the survivors. Survivors, one who remained alive after danger. As the day ended, the father realized that decisions must be made about who wanted to stay on the island or return with the ship. Elizabeth and her husband did not wish to live anywhere but on the island. They had been there for so long and had grown used to their life. Jenny asked if anyone would support her return to England. Fritz was the first to respond. He offered cheers for us, who were going to Europe. Ernest, on the other hand, wanted to stay on the island. Jack also decided to stay back. Franz, the youngest boy, decided to join the Fritz in leaving. Franz wanted a chance to receive an academic education. Before Fritz left, he told his parents of his love for Jenny and his wish to marry her. The father had kept a record of all the adventures they had had on the island. He handed over the journals to the captain to be published. Then the ship departed. Now we are going to see some words and meanings, some difficult words or new words from the extract. Students, let's see some new words. Knocked down means to hit. Albatross, a large oceanic bird. Rag, a piece of old cloth. Stranded, stranded means left alone. Reference, reference means suggested. Vicinity, vicinity means nearby areas or close areas or surrounding. Despair, despair means loss of hope. Spyglass, spyglass is a small telescope used by sailors. Anchor, a device made of metal used to connect a vessel to bed or body of water to prevent the vessel from moving. Next word, encampment. Encampment means a place which temporary houses or settlements are there. Next word, savages. Savages means wild people or workers. Next word, crew. Crew means a group of people who work on and operate a ship. Next word, vessel. Vessel means a ship or large boat. Next word, amazed. Amazed means greatly surprised. Next word, prosperity. State of being successful and having a lot of money. Last word, academic means related to education. Students, let's see some important points from the extract or explanation about the extract. On the shore of another island, Fritz hit to the seabird, albatross, and he learnt about another victim forsaken on a faraway island with the help of rag that was tied to an albatross leg whom he had knocked down. As he read the message which was written on the rag, Fritz realized that there was someone who was far away from the island and who needs help. He showed humanity for the new victim. Who was the new victim? The new victim was a young lady named Jenny Montrose. It means Jenny Montrose was trapped on the smoking rock alone, and she had survived there for nearly 3 years. Fritz decided to help to that lady. He helped her so that Jenny Montrose rescued from that lonely place. Sensitivity and humanity, these human attributes are shown from this passage. One day they saw one another ship which had laid anchor to another smaller island. They had seen one encampment. One camp was set up to the another smaller island. With the help of spyglass, they watched the another camp which was set up to smaller island. They decided to announce something about the cleanliness. It means they were very aware about the cleanliness of the environment. Another day, Fritz and father met to the captain and told him their own history as well as Jenny's history. To everyone's surprise, it had been Jenny's father who had inspired the captain's search. The word everyone is for the passengers or those who are in the crew. Jenny's father believed that his daughter was still alive after 3 years, and captain had decided to attempt to find her, and it was really a miracle because Jenny Montrose was still alive after 3 years, and there was a burst of celebration of the family with passengers and crew. Everyone was amazed by the prosperity and good health of the survivors. Survivors, one who remain alive after the danger. Here the term everyone was amazed refers to the passengers and the crew of the English ship. As the day ended, father decided to take decision. Father realized that he must take decision about who wanted to stay on the island or return with the ship. Elizabeth and her husband means William, they did not want to go with the ship. They wanted to live on island. Franz, Fritz and Jenny wanted to go back to Europe with the ship and its crew. The other family members, William, Elizabeth, Jack and Ernest decide to continue to live on the island. While leaving, Fritz expresses his wish to marry with Jenny. Means the adventure comes to a happy end. Father handed over all records of the adventures to the captain to publish, and then the ship departed. In this way, we have seen this extract. Now I would like to give some activities, or we will discuss about some activities such as vocabulary, grammar and personal response. Students, you have to see some vocabulary from the extract. First, we are going to see about the noun forms. Suggest. The noun form, suggestion. Decide. The noun form is decision. Second one, adjective forms. Success. Adjective, successful. Health. Adjective, healthy. Antonyms means opposite meaning words. Despair, opposite hope. Find, opposite lose. Some collocations. Some collocations are used in the extract. Collocations are smoking rock, smaller islands, good health, academic education. These collocations are used in the given extract. Now we are going to see some grammar questions, some sentences, those are based on grammar. Question number 1. The captain had decided to attempt to find her. Suggestion, identify the infinitives. Infinitives are to attempt, to find. These two infinitives are used in the sentence. Question number 2. Though shy at first, soon she got used to living with the Robinson family. Rewrite using a coordinator. She was shy at first, but soon she got used to living with the Robinson family. Question number 3. Fritz felt that someone needed his help. Identify the subordinate clause and state its type. That someone needed his help, subordinate noun clause. Question number 4. The father had kept a record of all the adventures. Suggestion, change to future continuous tense. Answer, the father will be keeping a record of all the adventures. Question number 5. Ernest wanted to stay on the island. Suggestion, identify the word class of the underlined words. Word class means parts of speech. To stay, infinitive, island, noun. Now next activity is personal response. Here is given one question. Student must write answer by one, but how to write it we will discuss here. The end of the novel states that Jack and Earnest chose to stay back on the island instead of returning to England. Can you guess the reasons why they made this choice? Students must write answer in 3 steps. First, introduction, second, explanation, and third, conclusion. How to write answer? I will tell you answer of this question. Ernest and Jack had lived on the island for 10 years and learnt a lot of things for survival. Life on an island had taught them patience, and they learned to wait for things to happen at their own pace, at their own time. The island was close to paradise for them. When you stay somewhere for a long time, you build a constant connection with the place. Ernest and Jack must have been emotionally attached to the place and wanted to stay along with their parents, away from the other worldly desires, and live in a peaceful environment. So they might be decided to stay on island only. It is not compulsory to write this answer only because you can think differently. So you can write your own points, your own opinion regarding to given questions with 3 steps: introduction, explanation and conclusion. Now I would like to give some activities which are based on the passage. Student must find out the answers of given activities and they must write in their notebook. First activity, simple factual. Fill in the blanks. First one, dash found a note. 2. Smoking rock is like a dash. 3. The young woman who was rescued was. 4. Dash and dash were going to Europe. Now activity number 2, complex factual. Answer the following questions. Question number 1. How does the adventure come to a happy end? Question number 2. Who is included in the word everyone? In everyone was amazed. Students must find out answers from the extract and they must write in their notebooks. Now activity number 3, vocabulary. This activity is based on the vocabulary. Write the meanings of first word crew, second word rag. You have to write the meanings of given words in your notebook. Activity 4 is based on grammar. Question number 1. The father had kept a record. Suggestion. Add a question tag. Question number 2. Ernest wanted to stay on the island. Suggestion. Pick out non-finite verb and state its kind. Activity number 5, personal response. How did the Robinson family survive for so many years on the island? This question's answer you have to write by own in your notebook. In this way, I have given 5 questions, 5 activities to you. You must find out answers and write neatly in your classwork. Thank you.